Greetings. Just waiting for Adina to get here. Good morning, Ava. Good morning. Nah. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? All right, y'all. We here in Black History Month. We are doing our thing for Black History Month. We are asking the deeper questions about how we participate in a system and a reality that is detrimental to our well-being. What's up with that, right? Like, how are we participating? How are we co-creating these experiences? And the reason that I come to my conversation from the perspective of responsibility is, good morning, Zakia. The reason I come to this conversation from the perspective of responsibility is because my studies have shown to me and proved to me that we live in a reality that is co-creative. We are always creating, and whether we know it or not, it is what is occurring. Let me see if I can text Adina and see if she's coming. I think she is. Just not. So I'm here. So astrology really helps because it is a constant moving thing. It is constantly moving and growing. And so when we follow the natural order of things through the cosmos, which is what our ancestors did, our ancestors created all of this stuff. Just so you know, before there were Greeks and Romans, there were people from Africa, Ethiopia, Kemet, like they walked off the continent is what they did. They walked off the continent and evolved and became different because they were in a different element. So I love you too, Everett Custom Designs. How you doing? Where's Adina? I do not see her. That's so interesting. So I'm just talking and waiting for Adina. Okay. So anyway, it's important that we really, Adina, okay, perfect, thank you. There she is, there she is, there she is. That's my sister.
Hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I know how you are. Thank you for joining me.
Yes.
So I was just sort of chatting before you got here because we were waiting for you. Nothing.
Really? I couldn't see it. I was in some kind of weird
Some other
time warp.
dimension.
Yeah, like texts weren't going through. I tried to call you, the call wouldn't go through. My text is still spinning. I emailed you, I messaged you. It was ridiculous.
Really?
And now your text just came through that said I'm here. It was bizarre.
Mercury is, so it's beautiful because we're in a Mercury day.
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is the day that governs Wednesday. And we're also it's also February 8th, February 9th. Mm-hmm. And we are having a conversation about our relationship, our responsibility, and how we experience this country. You know?
Yummy. Yeah.
Right? Because my sense is that if we disengage from this motherfucker, mm-hmm. If we stop centering all of our understanding and reality around whiteness and what they're doing and what they're not doing, or asking them for permission, and stop, even the things like stop killing us. Don't even say stop killing us.
It just sounds ridiculous. You know what I mean? As much as I feel for the movement, how you beg somebody to stop killing you, that just sounds, I don't even know what to say about that.
Right.
Yeah. So
the more the quantum physics says, what you focus on grows.
That's it.
So the more we shift our purview, our perspective, our focus, mm-hmm. from them and bring it to us.
Blessings.
Hello, Kwasi. the more they literally cease to exist. Like, we don't understand that that is how powerful we are. We really
Right.
can change our attention and our energy and our focus, and literally just begin to drain the energy. And here's the thing, and it requires a pretty big commitment. So it's like not putting our children in their schools anymore. And the schools that teach that reality that has you need to go get a job. Like, it's so important to know that the reality that we're in is like a big amusement park. This shit was just constructed.
It's Disney World. It's like The Wiz when you go back and Richard Pryor's head was laid to the side and he was in the bed sniveling in the back. The Wiz was such a great analogy for what's going on right here, you know? And we're outside walking around talking about the color is yellow or the color is red and gold and gold. You know, it's like, that shit ain't real. Come on, y'all. Let's get to the real.
Let's get to the real. Exactly.
Yeah. You
So,
always had the power. It was always within.
always within, right?
Y'all gotta understand, The Wiz is one of me and Monique's favorite movies, and literally, we can be together singing every song.
Every song. And Adina will be dancing too, because Adina is a dancing queen. Adina, like, when I tell y'all Adina's a dancing queen, like, I'm serious. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand that she'd be like this. Ta-da! 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 Hold your face.
Oh, come on. You dance to that pose, right? Feel that, feel it. Feel it. It's right there. It's right there. It's in your heart. It's in your heart. Hey!
It is real, y'all. I'm telling you, it is real, and it is so organic and natural. And I literally am just in awe to witness it. I'm like, wow, she is really a fucking dancing queen. This is really happening, and I'm with her, and I'm doing it too, and I'm becoming a dancing queen.
Yes, you are. We have so much fun together.
We do. So there is this opportunity for us to catch a new perspective, to shift our purview from the focus that we have been in, like, marching and asking and will you legislate and will you, and when we understand
Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
we don't need any of that. We don't need any of it. We don't need to be a part of their political system. We don't need to be a part of their educational system. We don't need to be a part of their medical system. We don't need to be a part of their housing system. Literally, it's so important to understand that we can break our mental agreements with these realities. We can break the mental, and when we do, the reality will shift.
Shift. So we're talking about a complete removal from our current way of living, our current way of thinking, not giving our children to the system to be chopped into blocks to fit into slots, but actually having them recognize themselves as God and Goddess on this planet, and that they are able to decide what type of life and how they should move about the earth. That's some mind-blowing stuff right there.
It is mind-blowing. And the thing is that historically we have believed that we need them to change in order for us to access, and we do not.
And that's not even our work, trying to change. That's their work.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's not for us to try to get them to change. That's for them. It's their misalignment, their energy that is messed up. We have to put our energy back on us, and then we will get some different results. So yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful right there.
Because of the way that we are made, the molecular makeup of melanin, right? When we begin to truly pour into ourselves and love ourselves, like really love all the parts, because like I've explained before, they polarize the reality by calling it black and white. So literally in that thinking, there's a split.
Yes.
That's why, and so there's this difference, but we don't understand the way it has been created is that one is above and one is below. There is no equanimity in it, right? So when we begin to redefine blackness for ourselves, not in alignment, not even in connection with what whiteness is, because it's all made up constructs. That's the thing. None of it is real. The race narrative did not exist before the 1400s.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm always aware of is like when I listen to spiritual teachers, you know, there's like Alan Watts, he's not alive anymore, but just these great spiritual teachers. Even the most advanced of white spiritual teachers don't have the understanding of what this experience is because
They have a foundation for understanding.
they don't have the foundation for it.
Yeah. The best they can do is be kind, and that's a place to start, and then start working with their family and the stuff that they know is wrong. You don't even have to direct it without, but direct it within, with their own. You said one time how they aligned with the idea of what whiteness and all that is, and the hierarchy. That must feel good to them to have that.
Yeah.
In the Black community, maybe it's the folks who feel like they're light skinned, and that's some type of social capital. But recognizing that really, guys, these are all just ideas that we have given our energy to, and we could take it back. We could take it back. Remember that one book that we were reading that talked about dualistic and non-dualistic existences? I think it was a Shakti Rising book. Yes. And it was saying that, we as a people really are bifurcated. Like the way we've been raised and cultivated is really just to see what you just said, polarized. But there's so many levels in between there. And by keeping us at odds, male against female, light against dark, up against down, it's just stupid. It's really just stupid.
It's really the stupidest stuff ever. It really is. But we get to heal it inside of ourselves, right? Yeah. You have to heal it, and you have to heal the polarity within you. You have to neutralize it within you. And so, I'm going to say this, and, I don't talk about it often, right? But remember, like, people were so angry when I voted for Trump, but I was neutralizing my understanding, my fear of whiteness. I was literally taking my power back by saying, I'm coming into the battlefield with your ass. Bring your best fucking shit. Yeah. Bring it all.
It was a revolutionary act. It was a revolutionary act. And at the time you were saying it, honestly, I really didn't understand it. I heard you. I loved you too much to unfriend you, but I really didn't want to talk about it. I just went la 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 la. But you keep talking about it, so you won't let us forget about it and act like it didn't happen. You keep telling us the power of what you did, and I get it. I get it. Not everyone is as badass and as radical as you to make that kind of move. And he did what he was supposed to do, which was come in and blow it up. He did that. And now we have somebody else who's asleep at the wheel doing the bullshit that they do. Folks, I believe, knew he wouldn't be the savior. And I thought he was just he served the means of getting that idiot out. But then we just got another idiot in. So, whatever. That thing is what it is.
Yes. And so, but my point in it is that we all have to face our own boogeyman. Like that was my boogeyman. Like, because I grew up in a family that was political and that, that Black conversation, we have to vote and we have to march and we have to do this and we have to, come on, we have to mobilize, right? So the political arena for me was, like where we got to, the belief was that we get to win here. This is how we're going to really restore our power. And once I saw after Barack Obama was elected, I was like, oh, this shit is done. These motherfuckers.
Right, we didn't really win. It's like, did we win? Or we just put him in? I mean, the winning part was the image of him and his family, his Black wife and his Black children.
That's right.
That was the win. And beyond that.
Because the system is what
is the system. The system is a system, and it doesn't matter who sits there.
It doesn't matter who's there. I could be sitting in there. Y'all be like, remember Monique she used to care about us? And
right. Like, it's the same thing going on.
Like the Obamas. And I know, people get to do what they do. They have a house in Martha's Vineyard now.
I'm going to call you. Mo, where my reparations at? Mo, where my 40 acres? And I want my mule. What's up?
Right. But with the system just enriches people who are obedient, right? So now the Obamas are enriched. That's it. Yeah. They got a ton of money. And that, to me, is a part of our problem because money is not God. So to sell your people, to sell this narrative and story to be able to have a big ass mansion in Martha's Vineyard and to have your children go to all the best white schools, is it worth it? Like, I don't know. I mean,
I love them for just again, the visual of it, you know, to have my grandmother be able to see that, to have my young sons be able to see that. So, and I could leave that experience at that. I really can. But I hear what you're saying, and that does hurt to feel like it's like Shakespeare. E too, Brute? Like you too? Like you do it like that? I don't do it like that. We had so much hope. We was looking for hope and change.
The audacity. The audacity.
Where my change at? It's the change in your pocket, fool.
Right. But the great lesson in that is that, you know, they couldn't save us. They could not save us. It's not possible. They saved themselves.
We got to save us. Can't nobody save us. It's our work.
That's right. And we have to save ourselves individually. And the gift is being able to witness the journey, right? So that's why Adina and I come here every week and we share what we learn and how, so that we can help one another. This is how we help one another. Like, this is why I do the work out loud. This is why I'm not doing the work in my closet by myself, because
this is how we do it.
Right. You know, so today is a Mercury day, and Mercury is still in the retrograde shadow. Mercury governs our mind and our thinking. It's in Capricorn, and Capricorn is about our authority. It's about our government. It's about the systems that we give authority to. What? What are you
I'm laughing at the comment. Somebody repeat it. It's the change in your pocket.
That's hilarious. So it's the system. You know, the system is breaking down. And so what we get to do is really just look at the ways that we participate. You know, so in this, for instance, in this COVID conversation, what are you doing to take responsibility for your health? That's it.
Yes. And do it. It's not the doctor. It's not the Cheetos. It's you.
Yeah.
It's the choices.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And then it's not blame. It's not Omarion. Like
nope.
People like to say, it's not Omarion and his song. It's your choices and what you're doing with your energy and your thoughts and what you have given your power to, which is what you always been saying. What are you giving? Are you giving it to the TV? Cut that shit off. Cut it off.
Right. Oh, please cut the TV off. We get to reorient our energy. Mm-hmm. And when we do, it works. I just want y'all to know that it works. It's pure magic, you guys. It is so, I can't even say enough how much magic. The other day, I was at the beach the other day, Adina, and I heard these drums playing, and I was sitting there meditating, and Spirit said, go listen to the drums. And I got up, and when I got there, this brother that I started talking to literally believed in everything. He literally was like, it's a new day. This is happening. I take this black seed. I take black seed oil every day. He was selling black seed oil. And he even, I never talked to you guys about this because people don't get it. Do you know this man even talked to me about urine therapy?
What?
I was like,
I mean, one of your things.
I was like, is this actually happening? This man is talking. And then, you know what else he talked about? The lottery.
What?
The lottery.
The lottery. All of your stuff.
Everything. The man talked about.
He was your mirror.
It literally, it's like he dropped in out of my own mind. Mm-hmm. And so I'm saying to say, when we clear our consciousness out and we really begin to rely on source, we begin to connect to spirit within you, right? Not the white Jesus on the wall or in the Bible that said, believe in me or die. I'm talking about the Christ inside of you that is connected to all things, that's connected to the cycles and everything. And literally you will begin to experience magic. You will begin to know, you will be able, God is on, you'll be like, oh, really? Did that happen? I mean, it's so, the other day you called me saying something happened, and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing, right? It's miraculous.
Synchronicities, you're just awake to them. Like Kenya K. Stevens talks about, and this may be deep, but hey, whatever, we're going there. That there's nobody else exists. It's just you. Everybody's in their own world, and everything is a reflection of you. And as you're awake to that, then you can see it more clearly, which is what that sounded like. You just saw yourself in masculine. You called yourself to yourself, and he just reflected you back. And you're like, wow, this is amazing.
That's right. That's right.
That's pretty cool.
And so we all deserve to live our lives that way. We all do, but it requires that you do your internal work.
Yeah.
It's something you have to access, and it's available to you, and you have to listen, and the universe is always speaking to you and giving us exactly what we need for the next moment and for the now moment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the 26th degree of Mercury, of Capricorn, with Mercury there, is the degree of silence.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, when I say that, what does that bring up for you?
The first thing was like, dang, I gotta be quiet. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
And then the thought was like, well, I can do that because I know when I get quiet, really quiet and intentional, that I start to hear. So I feel like the the answer's coming if I listen because it's just right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes we fight against it because we're trying to fix it, but if we just soften into it, something we were talking about earlier, and just let it come up and out. You know, you don't have to create it. You already created it before you came into this life. So let yourself get the breadcrumb you left for yourself. So that
Yeah,
sounds beautiful.
that is
Mhm.
so beautiful. And so I encourage us all to be willing to be with silence. I mean, silence is very necessary. We can't heal if we're not willing to listen and
Right.
and listen within. And you know, I will sit down for an hour every day. I sit down, and let me tell you, I have a really challenging time sitting. I just have to be fucking honest. Like, I will sit for 5 minutes, and then the cat comes, and I'd be like I'm off. But I don't let myself get up until the alarm goes off. And some
Okay.
days I will sit really inside for an hour. And it's rare, but or I'll sit for 20 minutes before I start fidgeting around. But to give yourself a time and to let your consciousness know and your body know, this is where I'm going to be for this amount of time. You don't have to do an hour. But the listening is necessary because you have to be able to take direction
Yeah.
from your higher self.
Yeah. And it's always talking, but it's a subtle voice. We talked about that before. It's not going to yell at you, and it's not coming for you. It's just waiting for you to chill and open to it.
That's right.
So,
And so I encourage you all today. Today is a particularly good day because Mercury is going to be conjunct Pluto, and Pluto is moving into its Pluto return.
mhm.
So I want y'all to know that this American energy thing, it's like literally there's a collapse. And so you have to sit so that you can know what is yours to do, and what, you know, and listen and ask. And if you need support, go get a reading from somebody. You can get one from me. There are tons of people out here that you can get readings from. Like, go get a reading and ask, what is it that I need to know? What is it that I need to do? What's the best way for me to be with this energy? And we're about to have a full moon coming up in Leo. So there's a lot of energy coming in. So you must put yourself in a scenario, in a situation that allows you to be receptive. And
Yeah.
silence, stillness, all of
Yes.
those ways will help you be receptive.
So receptive is feminine. So that's soft. It's softening into it because Leo is so like, ah.
Yes, yes. Leo is like, all right, sit down, motherfucker.
Those daggone Leos.
Sit your ass down. This shit ain't about you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's
Here
Leo
we
right
go.
there.
Here we go.
We love Leos. We love
We
y'all.
love 'em.
Nothing works good without y'all, just for clarity.
Yeah.
We
We
understand.
need you.
But please go sit down. Zakia said, and sometimes you can't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. My mama used to say, that's right. You cannot let everyone know your next move. That's absolutely the truth. You have to, like I say, I have like two people in my life right now that I'm in constant communication with and talking to. I've had to really focus my energy and
Yeah.
um, focus my energy because I was so much energy was being siphoned off. Like I was in spaces where my energy wasn't being used in the way that I need to use it now for this time. And
Yes.
so you have to know, like, there might be relationships that need to take a pause for a little while just so you can gather yourself.
What they say, everything ain't for everybody, okay? So in your silence, you can start discerning who and what is for you and who is and what you should give to whomever. Be wise about that.
That's right. And everything is, and if you have people in your life who are really fearful and who carry a lot of unconscious fear and they're not aware of it, that drains you. Like you cannot align yourself to people who aren't energetically seated in their own sovereignty.
Yeah, but as you walk, they get stronger because they see you
That's
doing
right.
something they thought you couldn't do. And so really you are part of changing the conscious collective energy of us ascending. So keep walking forward. Be encouraged. Be encouraged.
Right. And nobody's a villain, right? So people are where they are. Really be deeply compassionate for yourself and others. We are living through something that has never been lived through before that's written about, right? And so because we're doing something that we don't know how to do, really, be compassionate for yourself and others. Be as gentle as you can.
So no villains, no victims. Again, teaching that came out of PLA to really understand that. We like to play the victim. We like to make somebody else the villain, but let's release those whole stories and just be.
That's right. That's
even
right.
White people.
Even white people. Now the system that they have created, the people, we hold love and compassion for, but the system burned that motherfucker down.
Yeah, we can blow
literally. The system is death to it. When I tell you, I envision blood and all sorts of things in the system. I am not fucking around. Like death to the system. It cannot be reorganized. It cannot be death to it.
Yeah,
I'm opening the door for everybody to come on out. Everybody who want to come out, come on out.
Come on out. This building's coming down. Come on out.
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much, Adina. Thank you for being my friend, and thank you for dancing with me and being the dancing queen. I love it so much.
I love you. Thank you, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Yes. All right, you all. Have a beautiful day. We'll be here again tomorrow. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.